Hey guys, SCL3618 here. Today we're going to be doing a long-awaited layout update, and we're going to check out some new locomotives, rolling stock, the layout itself, and the future of some of this stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, as per locomotives, we're going to pan the camera over to the right. We've got a good bit to cover, so let's get started with this. First things first, this is an Athearn Blue Box EMD Jeep 60 and the EMD demo. Now, you probably saw this in the last update, but I've done a little bit of detailing since then. First things first, let's focus the camera in. There we go. I custom painted a plow, still trying to glue it on straight. You can see where the glue is kind of derped out in the past attempts. But besides that, I have added details. I added Details West ditch lights, painted the handrails white, along with the yellow side stanchions. Decaled the number boards. If I focus, there we are. And added a Details West AC box. So this has been a cool little locomotive to work on. Same for the rear, painted the handrails there too. I'm going to scoot the rest of this line up, just power it along. Okay, next up we have another new addition. This is an Athearn Blue Box SD40-2, Canadian National with subletter in Grand Trunk Western. I picked this up at a local hobby shop for about 30 bucks new in box. I mean, it was okay for the price. It too has been detailed. As you can see, we've added watch your step decals right there. A Details West plow, appropriate to Canadian style. Details West ditch lights. Yeah, I'm loving the DW stuff, guys. McHenry coupler minus the trip line. Painted the sides of the handrails, both on the front, cab, and rear. Give a wide shot of this engine. Let's see, focus. Yeah, the camera's going all out of focus today, guys. Overall, really nice engine. Traditional blue box quality. Runs like a tank. Let's get it back on this tripod. And roll right along. Okay, next up on the block we have an old favorite of mine. A lot of you guys may remember seeing this in my early videos. This is an Athearn Blue Box CSX SD40-2. I've had this for many years. And finally decided to give it a little bit of an upgrade. Now, we're going to start off at the front. See, I've added the CSX Auto Star, or whatever those things are there. Added warning labels to the front. And move it in a little closer, you can get a better look at all this. There we go. Painted the number boards, decaled those as well. Painted the air horn, Conrail blue, perfect for an ex-Conrail locomotive. Details West ditch lights. I know I mounted them wrong, but this is more so like you see most modern ex-Conrails with the pilot top as opposed to the low ones. Walters Proto 2000 snowplow. It's cracked in the middle, so it's got a nice in-service appearance. Another scale coupler without the trip pin, so that looks nice in the front. Painted the handrails a little bit. Another addition, rooftop antenna. Now for the cool part for me, I had some decals left over after building a project that you'll see at the end of this video. Added the OLS decal to one side and the Operation Red Block to the other. So this is kind of a rolling safety locomotive. We never had it in real life, but I mean, hey, that's the fun of all railroading. Do what you can and enjoy it. Look at the engineer side real quick. I added another one of those auto starts, decals, warning label, and watch your steps. So it looks good, I think. Very pleased with how the project came out, and we'll see if we can get some more mods and hopefully fix those handrails. Okay, last up in the diesel line, we of course have the Athearn Ready to Run Maersk Sealant SD40-2. This was reviewed in my last video, so if you want an in-depth analysis on that, go check it out. We have two more surprises that are not diesels, so let's get cracking on them. If I can get them online here. There we are. Okay, first up, we have a Bachmann Standard line now, no longer Spectrum. Southern Railway Consolidation number 722. Very nice fetching crescent green, red and silver paint scheme. This was ultimately the replacement for my old Freight Black 724. I got that a couple years ago. It lasted about a month before crapping out and sat my deadline for a good part of a year and a half before I realized that Bachmann had a warranty replacement program. So, finally got it together and shipped it off for about 35 bucks, shipping included, and got this guy. Overall, very pleased. Good runner. I do plan on making a video of this just like my others, so you guys can see it and check it out if they want to buy it. I'm going to take the camera off the tripod so you get a better look at it. I do like the gloss green and red. It's a very fetching engine. Perfect for Christmas holidays. Okay, next up in the line, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last video, But in the event I did, you get to see it twice. So here we go. Okay, this too is another Bachmann replacement for my old nickel plate 759. This is NKP 763. And the only difference between that and the 759 was just the numbers. I mean, all the features are the same. Still a bit of a lightweight locomotive, but fairly detailed. Got our Mars light. One thing I do like about this engine. And of course, NKP tender. Overall, very pleased with this engine, and I think it's kind of cool that they're finally releasing the sound value version of this, so it'll be interesting to see how Soundtrax handles it. I'm just hoping that A, they fix the pony truck weight, and give the engine a little bit more volume, because it'll slip and slide with about 8 cars, and that's not too good, and I hope the sound values at least fixes that issue. Okay, that about wraps up locomotives. Let's get on to rolling stock. For the rolling stock segment, we're going to be using our trusty Pro 2000 080 that moves stuff around. So, here we go. First up on the list, a new release from Bachmann this year is the Southern Tritone Pullman Standard Boxcar. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of their anniversary cars. I believe it was the 200,000th boxcar made by the Pullman Standard Company. So they painted it up in this livery. It's since been repainted to a standard Southern brown, which is kind of sad, but I mean, in the mid-70s, of course, this paint job wouldn't hold out to the modern era. Still a really cool car. Take off the tripod to get a look at it. Southern, Greenlight Innovations. Printing's very crisp. My camera's kind of being funky, but give you an idea. Very nice car. It's got good weight. Picked this up from Model Train Stuff. All you guys know where that is. For about, on sale, $13, so not bad at all. Much better off Bachmann MSRP. Next up in the line, we have two 40-footers to show off. First up is an Accurail Illinois Terminal. Very nice boxcar. The yellow's nice and bright. Something eye-catching for sure, and that's good to me, at least, for my layout. I always like different bright colors, because boxcar brown gets so ubiquitous after a while. Next up, we have a Roundhouse Air Force boxcar. Really cool, not only for our service divisions and whatnot, but I always like collecting different boxcars and anything different, really, for HO scale. Kit's very good. Standard Roundhouse. Rolls like a charm. Good weight. Pulls fine. So no complaints on that end. Hopefully I can pick up a couple more of these guys soon, but we'll see. Right, carrying right along, we have our good old friend, the divider car, used for knuckle and horn hook couplers. Okay, the next car is a bit of an interesting one. This is apparently, did a little research on it. Bachmann, to mark the bicentennial, did the American Heritage Series. So that's like different moments from our history, of course. I picked this up also at an antique shop for about $5 on sale, which is pretty good, new in the box. Here, let's take a look at it. Driving the Golden Spike. Of course, we have Jupiter and 119. Dated Bachmann 1977, so not bad at all. Still has perfect gloss sheen. A nice find of the collection. I'm going to try to add some KD couplers to it shortly and get it rolling in the main fleet. So, very good with that. Another car I've always tried to hunt down is the Milwaukee Road yellow cars. Anything from the hoppers to, of course, the box cars. I also found this guy here on sale for $5, new in the box. So, not bad at all. Made a little bit of light weathering to it, if possible. I've always liked this Milwaukee Road paint scheme. It too needs knuckle couplers and so forth. Next piece was a bit of a fun one. I found it also at the antique shop. Trust me, guys. In some cases, in antique shops, you'll get loaded with good finds for cheap prices. I know that contrasts the whole idea of antiques, but let's just say I got lucky with this. This is a Tyco Dots car. Like I said, definitely something different. Tootsie Roll Industries, Chicago. Very neat little piece. Gloss finish is very good. It's been taken good care of, which is the nice thing. Added KD couplers to it so it can run in my main service, no problemo, which is always good. Okay, on the tail end of this rolling stock segment, we have 3 cabooses to review quickly. First things first, this is a Walters train line piece. I've had this in my collection for quite a while, and I finally decided to upgrade it a little bit. Added some weights to the inside, painted the trucks and frames silver. Looks pretty good with the silver bogies. Painted the ends a brighter yellow, so it looked more so Y&2 like you'd see in a standard locomotive. And a bit of an oversized model power handrail set. But it's okay. I like it, and it stands as a good conversion car. I say that because it's got a knuckle coupler and horn hook on each end, so that helps out if I need to stick it mid-train. Second piece, a bit of an interesting find. Pick this up for $2.50 at an antique shop. Yeah, I know. Low prices even for Bachmann. Still has horn hooks on it, but I painted the trucks brown. Did a little bit of a rust job here on the coupler where you can see the other side. Nothing too crazy, just enough to make it look in service. Got rust streaks there on the windows, railings, so forth. Pretty cool little find. Now for the last piece, we're going to do a little bit more in depth on. Okay, last up we have a custom build of mine within the past month or so. This is nothing more than an Athearn Blue Box bay window Caboose kit. This was formerly part of the special edition Cabooses in Mexico in the FCP livery. Well, I decided to set on my shelf long enough, so I decided to take it off and build something out of it. And you can see the finished result here. Didn't take too long to do. All I needed was 2 cans of spray paint, a paint pen, and some other stuff. But take it off the track so you can get a look at it. Decal ran a little bit when I used nail polish to set it down. Being this is my first custom, I'll have to use microsol next time. You can see we painted the bogies silver. Looks really good, I think. I'll flip it around to the end. The stripes are a bit of a mess, but for my first job, I think it came out okay. And this is normally the side that you see. I've only seen Athearn produce this version and Overland, but I was not about to pay brass prices. So I think my custom build does the job. Of course, we had a little bit of a goof up there. But other than that, I'm really pleased with this car and like it. And that's the main thing with any custom job. As long as you like it, that's the main thing. Take a look at it. There's the roof. Believe it or not, the roof was painted with a paint pen from Walmart for $1.50. Really nice matte black finish. So no complaints there. Alright, that wraps up the rolling stock segment. Okay guys, for the layout segment itself, we're going to go to the Helicam, quote quote. Overall, track pattern's just the same as it was the last time. Nothing major done there. Rearranged the sidings a little bit right here beside the tunnel. And of course, this little yard scene with our Lionel themed switch tower and the Tyco operating boxcar track. That's kind of rigged up in this mess. Let's see, go over the Streamliners dispensers paper covering up some engines. Really awesome event, guys. Hope some of y'all were at least able to make it. I had a great time myself there. Let's see, going over here to the donut shop, we got a couple skiers randomly placed along with some hot rods. Moving on down, we have our Atlas Station platform. 2 more Lionel themed buildings. Station kit and the station platform. I've actually detailed this with Lego parts, so you can see we got lamp housings. Kind of a cool little touch, I think. Okay, carrying on, we see our drive-in scene with plenty of classic cars. Got some Toyota 2000 GTs, some Mustangs, Herbie, and a Plymouth. So not too bad there. An old reliable Christmas tree. Nothing wrong with running trains around the trees, guys. Good old Mercedes dealership with some interesting clientele. We got the Lamborghini Veneno, the Initial D AE86 Corolla, One Gun Midnight 240Z, Devil Z, and the side lot, the Fast and Furious Skyline and Supra. And of course, what could it not be complete without the James Bond Aston DB5s? I actually painted this one myself months before Hot Wheels decided to release their production model. So that was kind of cool. Moving on around. Station scene, TARDIS, Stig, DeLorean, Mystery Machine. Generally on the roof is always fun. And we've got a Dalek safely guarding our tunnel. So I'll give you a quick look over. And that's about it. Alright, as for storage, we have thankfully done a lot of work with that. These are the standard bins that I kept freight cars in, and recently I upgraded to a larger size where I can put not only my locomotives but more freight cars in as I go off to college. To give you an idea of how many I can hold, I'm just going to load this. You can see 5 86-foot reefers at least. And we got one of these big guys. I can fit on average about 11 cars in there, providing they're under 50 feet. So a lot of extra storage space. Got to get a couple more. As you can see, we've got some build up. I got this from a great friend of mine through a trade deal. Worked out really well. These coaches are really cool. Always wanted to set myself. The rest of this is kind of a mess, but as you can see, display shelves as good as always. Another thing I've done, we revised our boxes set up. You see, we got our GTR poster still. Lift up, got our other locomotive boxes, freight cars, and other set stuff there. So overall, storage is pretty good, especially with college. Got it where I can come home for a weekend and go mess with the train some if I want to. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up this update with a couple closing thoughts in regard to the future of this channel and the layout. As you heard in the previous segment, I am going into college in about 2.5 weeks, moving into my dorm. Woohoo! Should be a pretty interesting experience. Of course, this main time for videos, and these guys will be cut dramatically, being away from home and all. But, fear not, I do intend on keeping up the channel, keeping all my videos, try to work on a couple projects on the side, but college is going to take priority, as it does at this age with many things. Trains are just going to be stored away in boxes, like you see back there, to keep all the dust off, so I can come home for a day or weekend and mess around with them a little bit, give them some run time. I've been bringing you guys videos from down here for right at 4.5 to 5 years. I've just about lost track and everything with the college and whatnot, but I cannot thank each and every one of you enough. Viewers, subscribers, long-termers, you know who you are. I mean, you guys are awesome and keep me going. Even though I am a little slow to bring out ideas like I used to, we can kind of thank slow software, copyright, and much other crap for that, but no point in making excuses. The main thing is we're still rolling, and I hope to keep rolling, bringing you guys some videos in the future. So until next time, this is SCL 3618 signing off.